you said 5, 4, 3. No, he didn't even give me 5 seconds. Hi, everyone. So good to see you. Here's my friend Amy of Tansy Designs here to show you her adorable witch's hat. And it's quilted. And she used soft vinyl. Can you believe this? So we have prepared a little sesh here for you in case you want to make one. And don't worry, I know Halloween is in 2, 3, it's in 4 days, right? It's Monday.
Including today.
But you can wear this anytime. You can wear it to the grocery store. You can wear it at Christmas if you want and just start a new trend. And you can have it for next year, okay? So don't even stress about that. Let's see, I wanted to mention, so Amy did classic black, soft vinyl. Remember, the soft vinyl is soft and scrunchy. You can wash it, you can dry it. So on the inside, she used a quilting cotton in Starry, which I can't find anymore. It's not being printed. So we thought we would use Spooky Darlings.
My other favorite.
Can you hold that because it matches your sweater? I used gray for my hat. This is, I call this gum wrapper. It doesn't really have a name on the selfage. It just says Spooky Darlings. So there's this one. I also have it in a wonderful peach color. And you could also opt to use the little tiny skulls, whatever these are called. This is all Spooky Darlings by Ruby Star Society. Ramel will throw that link in the comments for you. And just know that you need some soft and stable foam. A package will get you through. You can use a 1/2 yard or the regular cut of the soft vinyl if you're okay piecing the brim, which is what I did for my sample today.
I did on mine too.
And you did. And you can't even see the seams once it's quilted.
Yeah.
So you can totally do that. Now, if you don't want a piece, I do have soft black vinyl in yardage. You can buy it by the yard if you prefer that. As far as quilting cotton, get at least a yard if you're careful, if you plan. Or if you're not very careful and you just ram through things, get 1.5 yards because then you'll have plenty of quilting cotton. Well, that's what, because I feel like you want this to be directional, right, and correct. And on the vinyl, you can kind of just fit your pieces. Yeah, and I'm going to show you guys how to fit your pieces. So today we are using, tell them, Amy, the pattern that we used.
It is by Orange Betty. And it is on you. I'm gonna have to look it up.
We'll link it in the comments after the show.
Something bling.
It's
a blog.
I found it by just Googling Orange Betty witch hat, and it came right up. So it's a PDF, and you will print out the pieces. And there are, I did mine on computer paper. There are 2 sizes, child and adult. And I will tell you now, I enlarged my adult size just a smidge, about 1/2 inch, because I have a big head. And we're quilting it, and the foam, that kind of eats into the seam allowance. But if you have a small head, like that character on Beetlejuice, where he
shrunken head,
then you might be fine with the regular.
It is bombshellbling.com. Bombshell Bling. And it's just a witch hat tutorial by Orange Betty.
Yes, it is. Ramel will throw the link into the comments right now. I forgot to call some people out, so I am going to call you out as we sew this bad boy up. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Vicky.
Cindy.
Hi, Bethany. Suzanne and Julie and Kat and Melanie Grace. Oh, Sandy, Suzanne. Awesome. So good to see everyone.
I saw your sister.
Yeah, I saw her in there somewhere. Claudia and Sandy and Loretta, Rena, Freddie, Elizabeth, Debbie.
Oh my gosh, there's tons of people here.
It's fun. Okay, so I did not cut out the child size. Oh, I want to mention her little, she's got a little, what do you call this?
Grid.
Pictogram?
Oh.
I don't know. A little photo on how to tile and tape your pieces together. It's seamless. So I did not have to cut my papers. I just taped them all together.
I did have to cut my papers because of how I
Weird.
printed them, but it was totally fine.
Okay, so just be aware that your little circles will match. Remember, I did that short YouTube on how to tile sheets, in case you don't know. I don't know if I left it public or not, because I was a little bit salty. Some days I'm like that. I'm like kind of moody, but I'll look for it. And if you need help, I can send you that. Just know it was a salty day.
About
How to print a PDF and tile it together.
Tape them all.
So I just want to mention that she shows 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next row is 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no page 1. You don't need it. There's nothing on page 1.
It's just the cover page for the.
you don't use the overhead?
It's oh.
Thanks, Ramel.
Okay, so what I mean is I had to test this out an hour ago to make sure everything was working. So here was page 1, but there's no page 1 because it's just a cover. Yep. Let me move this. Here's page 2, 3, 4. And then we go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Schlemiel.
And that is the pattern. And then you're just going to cut it out. And from those pattern pieces, you will cut your vinyl. I was just reading Jennifer's comment. I'm so amused. Can you put comments up on
Oh, yeah.
so they show? Yeah, because I think it's fun. I'm so amused. My phone keeps lowering your voices for about a minute when I rotate my phone. So sultry.
So sultry.
What is your phone has a mind of its own. What is up
I
with
like
that?
it.
Awesome. So before we get into the actual quilting part, I want to show you guys how I fit it cutting out on this. Where are my pattern pieces? Here they are. And I will also show you, do you like how I disappear off screen like that? It's like, whoop.
Spooky.
I will also show you how much I enlarged it. I do kind of have a big noggin.
I don't, and it didn't fit me either.
Okay, but it sits
Well,
on
it did
your head.
fit. I just had to kind of
Cram it
give
down.
Give it
Now,
a.
if you got on your bicycle, you'd have to really cram it down,
Yeah,
right?
I'd need like a
Or maybe a
tie
chin strap.
with a buckle.
Would you do a buckle or would you do a satin ribbon with a big bow?
Might do that.
I think that would be hot. Okay, so let's move to the overhead camera, Ramel, and I'm going to show them how much I enlarged my crown here. So this is the regular, let's zoom in because I think this piece is important. So this is how it is normally, and here's the end of the pattern piece. I went in further another 1/2 inch to account for the foam and my big head. And then
And you added
a little seam allowance down here. And down on the cone, this is the cone. This is cut on the fold. This is cut on the fold. On the cone, I added another scant 1/2 inch, which means just under 1/2 inch, basically, okay? So I'm going to cut the cone first. Ramel, can we maybe scooch in a little bit more?
Like zoom in?
Well, I just want, yeah, because I think I'll move this machine a bit and be more centered. Otherwise, I feel lopsided. I think it's okay now.
Perfect.
So this says on the fold here, and I just want to make sure that I have enough to account for the whole piece. And so then I'm going to use my rotary cutter and my Tansy Designs Zen blocks to hold my piece in place. And it doesn't have to be, like you don't have to be, I say this a lot, but you really don't have to be crazy perfect. Yeah, like ever. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so there's that. Now you're going to look at this and go, oh my gosh, we don't have enough for the bottom. We do because we're piecing it. So I do one this way.
Is that seam allowance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We are good to go on this. The only part that has to be bigger is the inner part because that's what goes around your skull. That was very nursey of me.
Skull.
Yeah. I'm going to use the smaller one for the inner curve. Ooh, I need to change that blade in a hurry. So
That's
there's,
how all mine cut that way.
you need to,
I need to
you need
change
to
all
buy a
mine.
pack of blades,
Yeah,
girl.
I do.
And then this one, I think I can maybe fit it here. Almost. Let's try it down here. Yep, fits right down here. See how I made that half yard work? Because I'm a rock star in my own head.
I made one of those
Hello.
clamshell. No, what did I make out of this also?
Yeah, didn't you make a clamshell?
Oh no, it was a fanny pack.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so now we've got the two brim pieces, and it's as simple as this. Right sides together, shiny sides together, and sew down
Hello.
these edges. Let's go to the front, Ramel. Maybe the machine view, if you will.
Hello.
Move it a little to the left.
Okay,
There. No, to the left. There you go.
to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Wasn't that,
A little bit more if you want.
oh, I think that's pretty good. So I'm just sewing this. Whoa. With the width of my foot, not a huge seam allowance, just, you know, that's probably about 1/4 inch. And I'll show you what I do with this seam because vinyl can stick a bit. So go overhead, Ramel. This seam will kind of pop up. So I like to press it to one side and top stitch it down. It's just a little extra touch
Smart.
that I do. You don't have to. It doesn't really matter which way you want to make it lay down. I just like to do that. It helps a bit.
I wonder if I show your bag.
Yeah, we will. Now I'm going to cut that little thread because I chain pieced it. So now you've got a circle. Can you go to front view, Ramel? So at this point, I like to take my circle like this, lay it on my quilting cotton, and put it together with the foam in the middle. And Amy did that already with her piece here, as you can see. But a trick to this is using the temporary adhesive because you really don't want your layers to move around on you while you are quilting it. So I will just take some quilting cotton here and show you really quickly how we do this.
Oh, Kat says she uses her Zen blocks all the time for pattern weights.
That's awesome. They're so useful. I love them. If you see any questions, Ramel, just let me know.
I opened the one. Here's a question.
Okay. Looks like you are using a regular foot, not a Teflon foot. Correct. With the soft vinyl, I don't need a Teflon foot with my machine. It really just depends on machine. I always recommend having one nearby in case. But with all of the soft vinyls on any model that I've used, I've not had to change to a Teflon foot. So here is the soft and stable. So I'm going to cut this out. I like to cut the soft and stable a little bit larger because sometimes it does move around, and then we trim it down at the end. So can you move to overhead? Oh, and did you guys see my werewolfy dress? I'll show you in a minute. I got it at Goodwill.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Of
did.
course. All the
I
best
know.
things.
I love it. I love going there. So this is how I just kind of cut it down a smidge. I do like to rough cut the center out so I can see where I'm at when I'm quilting.
Amy, you got a question?
I do. How's Una Out of Order going? Oh my gosh, I did read a whole bunch of it last night. I guess I could come over here and talk.
Yeah.
Oh, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, I am maybe 60% through, and it's a really good book. It's like a time travel-y kind of. I don't want to say it follows this girl through kind of her whole lifespan year by year. It's really, I don't know spoilers, but Una Out of Order, it's really good.
So
She recommended it.
there we are. Here are the layers. So you've got the quilting cotton underneath, you've got your foam, and you've got your soft vinyl. Now I know some people are going to be upset that I just spray this and go just like this. I don't go outside. I've never had a problem. You do what you want to do. This is what I do. I'm going to tack this down. It doesn't go everywhere for me. I don't know what people are talking about. Is that salty? Is that a little
No,
salty?
because I started doing that too. I opened my window though, but my room's smaller than that. So.
And I just kind of lightly spray. This is just to help me keep everything smooth while we're quilting, okay? And now we are good to go. And just like the quilted pouch, my tutorial for the quilted pouch, do you want to hand me that one just so I can remind them? This is right there in the pink basket. This, the finished one, Amy.
Oh, sorry.
Quilting this is exactly like we did on the quilted pouches. And I think there are 2 videos up, if I remember correctly, on my channel for this. So it's exactly the same. Thank you.
Debbie says,
I never go outside when spraying with 505. Yeah, Debbie, I don't either. I mean, rock and roll, right?
If it was a whole entire quilt top on batting, I probably would.
I
No,
still don't.
actually lie. I didn't.
Because the wind and like bees and
Yeah.
crickets.
No,
and
I
don't know.
"Ooh, do you see that?
What? It looks very vinyl record. Yeah. Reminds me of my bag pattern, the
That's the record.
LP record, which I'm thinking about sizing down to a 45
Cute.
and doing. Actually, Elizabeth told me to do that. She's like, do a sew along and size that baby down to the 45
That'd be
size,
cute.
and more people can use it.
Mhm.
Because you guys know I love big bags. I can't help it.
And my motorcycle now, she wants to know. Debbie, she sure is.
It's totally motorcycle. You always have been. Okay, let's go to the overhead and I will show them how I make my quilting lines. So I just use my Hera marker. You guys know I love this. I have these in the shop in case you need one. I just go off these seams and I start doing 1-inch lines. Now this is how Amy quilted it on her example. First you do the straight lines and then you do the cross lines. You can also free motion this. You can do zigzags or lightning bolts or whatever you want. You do whatever you want.
Spider webs.
I mean, that sounds intricate, but
Well, yeah.
amazing. I just want people to know they can do it however they want and not stress, right, Amy?
Yep. I didn't stress this morning.
I didn't either because I knew you were coming over. And if I froze, you could just take over the live.
Oh, shoot.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I'm just going to do these lines. Do you feel like sewing this part, Amy, or not?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to have Amy, she's not going to sew all of it by any means. She'll do a couple of lines, but this is exactly the process. And then when she gets a couple of those sewn,
Do it on this one.
then we could go like this and do the cross hatching, you see? But I don't usually make these lines until we've sewn the other ones first. So yeah, we will switch to the machine view now.
Is that right?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Actually, do it on this one
Okay.
because then we're gonna show them how to trim it down.
For where,
Which
where do you want me to start? Doesn't matter.
I usually
the
start from
middle?
the center, but
Okay.
you know, motorcycle.
Mhm.
And on this, for my machine, I usually do like a 3.5 to 4 stitch length, just because I don't want to use a ton of thread. And like always, we're using Gutermann all-purpose thread. It's what works for my machines. You can use whatever thread you're most comfortable with. I do think that the all-purpose threads tend to be a little stronger because of the polyester component. So she's not having to push or pull with this. Awesome.
Enough or keep going?
You can do a couple more. I was going to ask you guys, being Halloween weekend and all, I try to make myself watch a scary movie with Ramel, and we're having a debate on which one we're going to watch. Do you guys have a recommendation for a scary movie for me to watch?
Really scary.
Really scary?
Ugh, but not
I don't know,
gross.
Ramel. I might have to hold hands all night.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Cindy says, oh my goodness, I really want to sew one now. My mom always made me a witch's hat for Halloween when I was a kid. Oh, I love that. Kelly says, what was the marking tool? It's a Hera marker, Hera. And if you search that in the shop, we have quite a few.
I put the link.
Oh, good. Ramel put the link. Awesome. You can, oh, sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted with your wonderful quilting. Dalva says, I can't watch scary movies at all. Dalva, totally get it. My sister can't either. She's a Hallmark girl. Like Amy. No, I am not. Just kidding. Yeah, I totally understand that too, because I get really scared.
Like you can't sleep.
Yeah, I won't be able to sleep, but that's kind of fun too. My favorite all-time Halloween movie is Arsenic and Old Lace, says
I don't-
Julie.
Oh, it's like
I've never even heard of
I
that.
haven't either.
Put that, yeah, put those up there. Bethany says Black Telephone. I've never heard of that one either.
Well, it's not the only one. Black Elephant.
Cindy and somebody else just said Jeepers Creepers. Liddy says Jeepers Creepers #1. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome.
The original Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, I take that as #1. Lynn Hopper says Hocus Pocus is as scary as I can go.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I love it, Lynn. That's so
There's a new one
sweet.
this year, I guess. Hocus Pocus 2. Ooh.
Yeah, there is another one.
I mean,
The
let's see.
Grudge.
The Grudge. Yeah, I've seen that. Yep, that is good. I remember. I think I saw that in the theater. Okay, so now we will go to the front camera, Ramel. Thank you. And so this is what you're ending up with. So now we have to trim, and you can use whatever cutting tool you're most comfortable with. I'm going to use a rotary cutter. Just know that this inside circle, you're going to want to use a smaller one. 28 is probably best, 28 millimeter rotary cutter, but I've only got a 45 here, so that's what I'll use. Let's go to the overhead and trim this down. So you want to trim away your excess foam and spin your thing. Don't try to make your arm go out of its socket or anything. Yeah, I can tell I really need to change this blade. There's that one. And then I'm going to do the overhead. The larger one. What am I? The outer brim. I'm forgetting my words again, honey.
I'll get you, my pretty.
So I just go round and round. Isn't that an 80s song? Round and round. No,
Yeah.
I'm doing it wrong.
Upside
Uh,
down. Right.
Yeah, boy, you turn me inside
Side
out.
out.
Around.
I don't know how good that
70s. Maybe that was like 76. I told somebody on Instagram this morning that they commented, I love everything about the 70s. And I said, I do too, except the brown refrigerators.
Yeah.
Whoever thought brown was an attractive color for a fridge?
For a fridge.
No, thank you.
All the earthy tones.
An earthy tone. There was lots of orange, lots of mustard, and lots of brown.
And avocado.
And avocado, for sure. Yeah. So here's the brim. And here's the other brim that Amy was prepping for a little step out, which I'm going to add to the cone. So you're just going to do the same process for the cone. I'm going to trim the excess fabric off of the cone here because I wasn't able to get all this done. I was living by the seat of my pants. Is that? Yeah.
You were living your best life.
Flying by the seat of my pants this morning and couldn't get everything done in time. There is so much to do in life. And sometimes you just got to
motorcycle through it.
So I'm going to just sew this edge down. Now the way I'm doing this hat is a little different from her tutorial, I think, because what I'm doing, let's go to the overhead, Ramel. What I'm doing is having the lining and the exterior quilting it all at one time. And so when we put this together, the outer brim, we're going to bind it instead of sewing the hat like a bag and having to turn it right sides out. We're just going to bind that outer edge. I think it's
Her tutorial is just that one
super
piece of
cool.
felt, and so she doesn't even have to.
it is just one piece
Yeah,
of felt. She didn't have a lining.
Yeah, it'll look. I think it will look super cute with that binding.
It totally will. So you're going to fold your cone, the dunce part of the hat, I guess, right sides together, and use some clips to hold it. And now we're going to go right up, okay? Now that song's going to be in my head all day. Boy, you turn me inside out, round and round.
I'm gonna have to find it because
I got to find. Well, earlier it was Miss Congeniality.
yes, which also I'm not super clear on the lyrics for.
I'm not clear on any lyrics.
Well,
Let's go to the front right now.
Ross had it.
Diana Ross had it. She's the best. She had so many
Oh,
hits.
had it on this morning. Funny.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's all trimmed down. And now you're going to flip this baby right sides out. You'll need a little pointing tool or a paintbrush or some kind of thing. I'm going to use a pen because my pointing tool is at home. What can you do when you sew in 85 places in your
Right.
life? I guess you need 85 pointing tools.
But the expert point and press tool.
Yes, the expert, that thing, I swear it is so good for so many things.
It looks like a dental tool, which is what I have at home.
It does.
Mhm. I might, maybe I need one of those.
I
The one
think
I
you
have is
do.
real sharp.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
that
it's
has a little ball on the
I
end,
need-
so you
I might
don't
need that.
poke through. So now we've got the cone, which is a fashion statement in itself.
It is actually.
I could totally see myself going into Piggly Wiggly. So, so now we're going to put it together. So let's move to the overhead. The cone is right sides out. The brim, the outside of the brim. Oh, I forgot to show you guys what I do. Remember those seams? So match those seams, and then you want to make a little notch center. These clips will help you line up the cone. So there's one seam. Now, if you forget this, don't worry, just wing it. Everything is going to be fine. It's really just indicators so you can match those notches and have them so that this, what am I trying to say?
Well,
Amy?
put this right. Put this.
It has to be right sides together, Amy. Help! Go to the front view.
Hey, baby.
I'm nervous.
There we go. Right sides together.
Yes, right sides together. Oh my. Seriously?
Well, it's
What?
confusing because really, even if you did gum wrappers out, it's super cute.
Can you imagine?
I might wear it that way.
I want you to.
Okay, I'm going
In
to.
fact, I'm going to make one like that.
Black vinyl for Halloween, gum wrappers for Piggly Wiggly.
Yes. And it's going to be a double dare. And if I win the dare, this time you're buying
I will
lunch.
buy lunch.
So now I'm matching my notches just so it's pretty much even across the board.
Oh, it's going to be so cute.
Oh my gosh, it is so cute.
Cindy says this about
The cone reminds me of the time when the teacher would make you sit in front on a no, Cindy.
Naughty.
That is so wrong that they ever did that. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's why older generations behave.
They're afraid of
Like-
the dunce cap.
They're afraid of sitting in the corner. We used to have to, there were some kids who had to put their nose on the chalkboard and stand
Oh.
there. And then others had to like write something on the chalkboard 85 times or
We
whatever.
just got sent to the principal's office.
Oh, what a cop out.
Mm-hmm.
That teacher should have taken a ruler and oh, just kidding, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I used to be in school and there's one of the teachers had a ruler.
How to switch?
Uh-uh.
Oh, a ruler.
Really?
For your
Renee?
knuckles? Or for your...
Anywhere.
A paddle?
No, just the ruler.
Oh.
Golly, it was
It
hardcore.
was a nun.
A nun?
I was going to say,
Yeah,
that
you
sounds
went-
like a nun.
Yeah, you went to a private Catholic school, didn't you?
It was a cat.
They ain't joking around up in there.
Mm-mm.
They're like,
No
you better
messing.
get it together. Okay, so I've almost got this clipped. I like to use a lot of clips, even though I, seems like I'm starting and stopping a lot. It just helps me, especially with a circle, because a circle can be fiddly, piggly, wiggly.
Fiddly on the roof.
So now we will sew this together. And once this is done, you can also bind this edge if it bothers you, or the faster version would be to take pinking shears and just do a pinking shear cut around the brim. So give yourself some seam allowance here, but not too big because you want to make sure it's going to fit your head. And then the last step will be binding the outer edge. And we won't do the whole thing, but I'll just get you started so you know how to do it. Or Amy will.
Sure.
So I'm going to lock stitch so I don't lose my way. Now, if your machine is giving you a little angst here, maybe put on your walking foot. Don't be afraid to just take a minute, take a breath, and say, self, what tool will help me get this job done more easily? On this machine, I don't need it, but this is a straight stitch machine. And even though it's basic, it has some oomph to it. You can also hammer down the seam allowance before you start sewing. You can also zigzag stitch around the edges of the brim and the cone first and then sew them together. The zigzag kind of mashes the layer down a bit even more. But y'all know I don't have time for that. We got to get through this.
Get going and get it done.
I'm just going to get all the way around. I hope this fits my big head.
It will.
I'm really self-conscious about that.
You don't have a big head, also. I don't know why you.
But hats never used to fit me. Like, go to the front. Hats would always be a little bit tight, and I would just feel them on my head. And I think that's why I have a fear of hats, maybe. Not
A complex.
a complex. Oh my gosh, it fits and it's super adorable.
It is super adorable. Scrunch down so we can see the top duncy part. Oh,
Yay, I love it. So now the last step to do is pick your threads out. Take some glamorous photos after you get your binding on. So we cut 2-inch binding. And remember, if you're cutting from fabric, Binding, you want to cut on the bias, which means the diagonal, because then it'll stretch slightly around the circle. On a quilt, you don't need to worry about that because usually it's straight edges. But when you're going around a circle or a curve, you want to cut your binding on the diagonal, or you can buy prepackaged. I'm always a fan of that as well. So Amy will show you. She's going to start by sewing it to the lining first and then folding it around to the top edge, and that's your last stitching line. So maybe do like, I don't know, half of it. Yeah.
A bit of it.
Yeah. Ramel, do you want to go to the, yeah, let's move you up a little bit. Here we go. So here's the 2-inch binding, and she's going to do this first and then sew in that ditch.
And we're just going to overlap the ends at the end and just tuck it in.
Sure.
Not
Yeah.
miter it and do a whole bunch of nonsense. Okay.
Yeah. Would fusible fleece hold up? That's what I have at home. Absolutely, Kat. Use it.
That's what I used in mine.
Oh, you did?
Yep, because I did not have enough foam.
Okay. So, yes, Kat, totally.
I like it
always-
with the foam better, though, I will say.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Because it's
a little bit
stand-up-ier?
stiff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, absolutely always use what you have. I'm a big fan of that. And you just heard Amy made her hat with fusible fleece. So, it's been tested. Tested and approved by moms everywhere.
Everywhere. Maybe like a quarter of this, you think? Or do you want me to go
Yeah,
halfway
quarters.
around?
A quarter. Quarter is
Quarter's
good. Quarter's delight.
Okay, I'll just do that much.
Awesome. So now we'll go
I'm going
to
to smush it.
Yep.
Are
you
okay?
If you're okay doing
Yeah,
it,
it's
yeah. So she's just going to show you guys this last bit. And then we have some things to talk about here real quick on my list.
Can't see.
Can't see without your
With
glasses.
spectacles.
Now, if you guys are going to make a witch's hat, you can also opt for quilting cotton on both layers. You don't have to do the soft vinyl, but what a fun way, if you haven't tried it before, to jump in and do it. Perfect, Ramel. I love that view. That's really good. Yeah.
And you can see my black nail polish.
Which is so rock and roll motorcycle. And your ring,
Mm.
which is fun.
So you can see
Thrift
it
store.
There we go. So she's just stitching in that ditch. Great. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
We're idiots.
That's good.
Good.
So then we're not going to do the whole brim. But if you go to overhead,
Go overhead.
yep. This is how it looks now. So you're just going to wrap it around to the top side. And then again, use your clips. Hold it in place with your, it wants to do this. Like I'm feeling, I hardly need clips. It just really wants to sit this way. Can you zoom in, Ramel? Or I just want them to know this is so easy. It just wants to come around.
It curls right around.
And fold. Yeah. So now maybe Amy just do like that much.
Okay.
And perfect. And as you guys can see, we didn't finish quilting this. This is just for demonstration purposes.
But I'm finishing it right after this so we can wear it to the grocery store.
We're going to get pickles and garlic
And ice cream.
and ice cream.
And deviled eggs. Pickled beet.
And
Or,
breakfast.
yeah.
Carry-out.
Elizabeth says, I wonder if you added SF 101 to the lining and maybe the vinyl, it would give that little bit more oomph. You can absolutely add SF 101 if you want to. I think with the foam, it has a lot of oomph. But you know what? SF 101 on the lining, it would be easier to handle the quilting cotton. I love interfacing. There's a reason to use it always.
Don has a question.
Cute binding, love to get it. So that, Dawn, is
Spark.
Spark, which we have in the shop. It's a black with a copper star in it. I'll
That's
show it here.
cute.
Can you go to overhead, Ramel?
I'm gonna add binding to my hat because
What's it
that's
called?
cute.
Isn't that cute?
Spark.
This is called Spark by Ruby Star Society, and that's what I use for the binding. And I will show you guys the piece that I cut
Is
off.
it that one?
Yes. This is how my little fat quarter was, and this is how you cut your binding. You want to cut it on the bias, and that's why it behaves so well.
You can just use these lines on your cutting mat.
Oh, that's what I did. Yep. Just use the lines on your cutting mat. Okay, so there we are. Let's go to the front, Ramel. Actually, we need another mic so you can be on the show too.
This thing does 2 mics inside.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
you can have
excuse,
mine.
Ramel. So, quick poll for you guys. Quick question. Put it on once. I mean, I know it looks like you will have a rat tail.
That's okay.
We'll bring rat tails back.
Yeah. I mean, oh, it does fit great, actually.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Just that little smidge more really helps quite a bit. And you gotta, yeah. And I'm gonna turn it so that they can see. See how you could leave it plain, but on, yeah, I'm reversed. On this, it's so much plainer, but it would still be rock and roll. Whereas the quilty part, it just really pops.
I like
Look at this. Look how you look like you're in Wicked.
Is it jaunty?
Yes, it's jaunty. It has attitude. Work. I love it. So my question for you all is, which color soft vinyl are you going to use if you're using soft vinyl? I'm thinking about making a gold. We could make a cotton candy.
This would be like Glinda the Good Witch.
I was just going to say, I thought it was Glenda.
Glinda.
Is it Glinda or Glenda?
Oh, I think it's Glenda.
Glenda. She would totally wear
Cute.
this.
Mm-hmm.
We've got silver. We've got deep space. Look at that.
The
Ooh.
collection, I'm putting the link to the collection.
Oh, look at my
Stuff like
witch's hair now.
I like a witch's hair because you know why? It's got that body.
And fuzz.
I always wanted big
that.
hair.
Has a question.
Let's see it. You cut into a 2-inch strip and then fold it in iron. Yes. So let me just demonstrate it real quick, Kat, because I don't want anyone to have a question, to be confused. I don't know. Whenever I'm around Amy, I go into my
You bust
accents.
out
Yeah,
the British accent.
because it's rock and
But
roll. I wish I had an accent. I mean, I guess I
you
do.
do a lot of times.
So this would be the fat quarter, okay? Here's the square. Pretend like I didn't cut this yet. And Ramel, can you zoom out? Can we get the whole thing in, or do I need to move? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is the square. And so I'm gonna do 2 inches. So I put my 2-inch marker. I would, if you can't eyeball it, make a line with your chalk if you want. And then I'm gonna cut 2 inches just like this. Okay, and there's the bias. And see how it has some stretch and pull? That's why you want it when you're going around a curve like this. And so if you're joining 2 pieces, there is a bit of a trick. You can't just sew them together like this. You lay this piece this way and you make your sewing line this way.
Zoom in that, and you can just demonstrate that one more time.
Okay, yep. So here are my 2 pieces of bias, right? So to sew these together, I'm going to put them like this. It's almost like a T, and then sew right here. And that will allow it to be like this. And then the whole piece will stretch. If I tried to cut this, let's pretend these are straight edges, and I sewed them together like this, we are no longer on the bias and it won't stretch. Okay. Now, there are all kinds of YouTubes on how to sew bias tape. So I won't go into that anymore, but that's how it's done. Can we go to front?
Are you gonna
What do
press
you
it in?
think? Oh yeah, I can press it.
No, I didn't know if you wanted to. I just didn't.
Good point, Amy.
Just do it all. Jeez.
So if I take my piece of bias tape onto the ironing, this is how I do it. I've normally when I was a beginner, I would fold it in half and make a crease. Okay. And then bring each side in to meet the crease and press again. And y'all know I've done this so many times. I've made hundreds of quilts. So now I just do this right away because I know how to just make them meet in the middle automatically. Now there are tools. There are Clover tools to make bias tape. There used to be a machine that sometimes you can find on eBay. There are cardboard tricks that people have engineered and figured out. Just give it a quick Google and you'll find the way that works for you the best. But this is quick and dirty bias tape. Okay, so then when you put it on your fabric, first you're sewing in this stitch and then it folds over and this gets tucked in and that is your second stitch. And that's why, go to the front, that's why the second stitching, you want it on the side that is more important, the side that will show. Because just in case you took a different seam allowance here, it wasn't perfect or what, perfect. At least the top will not show that stitching, those stitches. The top will be perfect. Okay.
Got a question.
Yes. Are you going to put on the witch hat in a car and a video? I take that as a double dog dare,
I
Kyle.
think
Okay.
so.
I think we're going to have to do that.
Yep.
Look out for some reels. Totally. That'll be fun.
Funny.
Irene. Hi, good morning, Irene. Kat says, light bulb moment. I love those. I thought only Oprah got people to have them. Aha moments. Yay! Perfect.
Would quilts have a different size than 2-inch? Just wondering.
Yeah, you can make it whatever you want, Kat. A lot of times for quilts, I do a 2.5-inch binding. How about you? Get over here in the camera.
I do 2 1/4, but I don't put it on. I don't put it on this way. I do 2 1/4. I fold it in half. I put the 2 raw edges.
Oh
against
yeah.
the-
So a lot of quilters do it in a different way than this. Kat, this is how I do quilt binding because I taught myself 12 years ago and I made clothing first. So this is how I do a lot of my quilt binding. But a lot of quilters take it and just fold it in half once. And so you have the 2 raw edges and then they sew it down on the quilt and then fold it over to the front. So it's a totally different way. Both ways are right. And if you invent a third way, that's also right. I just want to say that because any way you can make it work, and it is right. And I always love looking at books and learning new techniques and things because the more you experiment and just do it, the better you get at things, the more fun you have, the more freedom you give yourself, the more enjoyment you're going to get from sewing. I challenged Natalie to put on a witch hat in a car video. I'm totally doing it.
Done.
Already done.
5 minutes
Just
from
kidding.
now.
Yes, we will do it. Okay, so shop news. Maybe we should wear our hats
Okay.
while I'm doing shop news. My almost finished hat. Oh yeah, that fits my head.
Yeah, I'm
Love
gonna
it.
have to.
And it's slightly jaunty. The brim just does that on its own. I love
like
it.
that gum panel on the inside, or not panel, lining.
Yeah, it's catchy.
I like it.
If you saw me in a store, would you say hi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So let me get out my list. Let's see here. We will announce the winner at the end, so just hang tight. We're so dumb.
What idiots?
I have a
What's the...
question for Amy before we start.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Oh my gosh. And Amy, do you hand finish for the binding on quilts? I'm guessing. I do.
Amy does, and I never do.
I hand
did.
stitch that binding.
I did one time, and I said, that's enough for me in my life.
I like doing it.
Yeah, you do get enjoyment from slow stitching, and I basically don't. So I'm a
Do what
Sheen
you
my
love.
mom. Yeah, live your life.
Mhm.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I wrote a bunch of notes, and I think maybe Ramel and I are going to work on something, and we're going to have a surprise for you all next week. I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I am. I think it's going to be rock and roll.
You better
He's
make a
giving
note
me
of it.
deer in headlights. Yeah, make me a note, or I might forget.
That's what I
I'm
was
just
thinking.
kidding. Just a quick recap. You want a yard, possibly a yard and a half of the quilting cotton. If you're getting it in the store, we've got Spooky Darlings. You want at least a piece of soft vinyl, the 18-inch by 54, if you're okay piecing the brim. Let's see. Binding fabric, I use Spark, which we also have in the shop. 505 spray is what I love. I don't have it. I don't carry it, but you can find it all over the place, even at places like Walmart. So get yourself that. I got some Hera markers in the shop if you need one. I always use my Zen blocks. Amy has this pattern in print and PDF on her website, tansydesigns.com. Super useful.
Someone already bought one during the live.
Oh,
I got a
you
little-
guys, that's so nice.
That was nice.
When you support small businesses, you support us like humans.
Kyle wants.
I want my name mentioned in all caps too. We're gonna do it. We're gonna shout it too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. And the pattern again is by Orange Betty. I enlarged it a scant ½ inch, and you can find it if you go to that website. Ramel put all these links in the comments, and I have lots of links in the description box as well if you're here from YouTube.
Bombshellbling.com.
Dalva
Right.
says, Dalva is so good. She reminds me of everything. I love her. I swear. New in the shop is, well, I guess
Zippers are back in stock.
zippers are totally back in stock. So we have the tiny stripes and the color stripes and the bold stripes. And we also have skulls if you need some skull zippers. But all of these are back in stock, and they go like wildfire. Maybe you could go to overhead so they can see the difference here. My zipper packs come with pulls. You get 9 pulls. Here are the tiny stripes with rainbow. Maybe you can zoom in a little. And see these big bold stripes? I love it. And it's got rainbow teeth. And then the color stripes is gunmetal with gunmetal teeth. And somebody asked me a little while ago on Instagram, am I getting black zippers? I am. They're coming. So just,
Oh, notebooks.
oh yeah, notebooks, Davo, we saved one for you because you had messaged earlier. Don't worry. Ramel, toss me that.
Link. Is that this one right here?
Yep, it sure is. We have Melody Miller notebooks in the shop. Can you go to front view, please? We have, and hand me the Melody Miller notebooks right there on your right.
Oh, that one.
So I was able to score a few of these from Moda. So if you want a pack of 2 pretty notebooks or journals, we have a limited amount of these. Firefly, many bolts, prints sold out, but I have, luckily, my rep came in and I got special treatment and got a couple of those prints on reorder. So they should be arriving tomorrow, possibly Monday. Remember, on every listing, I have notify me when available, that button. If you click that and put your email in, my system automatically sends you an email when I restock. Let's see. Gold vinyl is back in stock. The gold soft vinyl. This has been out for a long time. The gold really isn't picking up in these fluorescents, but this is a beautiful gold. A beautiful gold. Don't you agree?
I do agree. It's
Put it
yeah,
on the
it's
overhead
soft.
so you can see it a different color.
I don't know if that will do it. Will it?
does.
It's I like it because it's not super yellowy.
It's not yellow.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty.
It's more true gold. Okay, yeah. So there's that.
Rita wants my website. It is tansydesigns.com. TANSY designs.com.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we can put that. Oh, Bethany did.
Thanks,
Bethany, thank you, Bethany. She's always got her back. Oh. Remember my Santorini tote that I made? Same way as the hat. Santorini tote pattern. This is the purse size. It's perfect for everyday use. I put one pocket on the outside. The pattern has up to 4 zipper pockets. And then I lined it with citron. I think I have 2 kits of this exact bag left if you want a kit. And I did use foam.
Oh, this is this one right here.
Yep, that's it. And I did use skull zippers at the top. So get ready. After Halloween, I'm going to make a new bag.
How many do you have left?
2.
Oh my gosh.
So get them while they're here.
But you could also just get materials and do it that way.
And you
too.
could also just use it year round because it's motorcycle. It's not just Halloween.
Totally. I agree. We're in conferment.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, come towards me a little bit so we're more centered. Yeah. I love your citron. It really pops.
Thanks.
I believe that is all. I'm going to mention the winner this week gets all the materials to make a witchy hat. I know Halloween is just a few days away, but maybe we could just have a Zoom coven.
Coven.
Coven. I kept saying coven, and she's like, it's not coven, it's coven.
Like love straight from the oven.
Oh, coven oven. Let's have a coven oven Zoom.
Okay.
Maybe like November.
Don't say a date. We will not remember.
That's
Just
true.
put it in writing.
We'll do it soon, so you'll have time to make your hat. So our winner. Yes, I got to mention that too. Where did I write the winner here? Here it is. Lisa Aldrich. You won this week's giveaway, which is not sponsored or endorsed by any of these big companies except me. Last things last, Amy's top is the Remy Raglan, and she loves it. Not sponsored. She really does love it. And
I do
it's
love
with
it.
rayon. I think that's why you love it so much.
I do. It's
real
schmumpy and
flimsy.
soft.
Yeah. So I have this rayon. I've got 2 bolts of it in the shop. If you want it, it would be great for also the Luna pant pattern, which I have in the shop. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, it would be great also in the what's the washi now called? The dress.
I forget.
I want to say tricycle. That's not it. It's Trillium. Trillium dress. Yeah. So if you would like any, get that soon. And I think that's it. I am so glad you all were here. I hope we bring a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of zaniness to your day, because we all could use some more zany
Zaniness.
enjoyment. Like,
Just silliness, nonsense.
yeah, like just get happy, because a lot of people aren't, and that's sad. Let's not be sad. Let's be rad. She's like, shut up.
Bye.
All right. Bye. See you next Friday. Bring a friend. And we're gonna go.